All right, I'm back on. I don't know what happens in terms of continuing or otherwise. Looks like the stream is starting. So apologies for disappearing so suddenly. Apparently I'm now live. I don't know if anyone will actually see this or whatever, but I wanted to finish off where we were before. This would be probably the worst bit ever. I have now 10 minutes to go before I have to stop. But we were so close. We were in the process of trying to set up the output of the logging library to talk directly to Papertrail. And I would like to see if that is working. So in theory, we're calling a function now. And I appreciate this may be going to dev null now, for all I know. Yeah, current live logs. I want to see if I can stop and start that. That's 2 info messages came out. Colonel K, this is me. Okay, that's brilliant. But obviously that's not really what I wanted. So we get a different message here. And the level and everything have got... yeah, we need to decolorize them, or at least... I think it actually supports color, but this Winston syslog... Now, maybe there's a different version. Because here it was telling me to use Winston Papertrail, and it says it's a legacy. Didn't we? And we are currently on version 105. And 105 over here... where is my thing? My stuff. Okay, I got totally distracted by that phone call, which was a scary sounding one from my ex-employer's lawyers, but it was actually completely fine. They were just checking in to make sure everything was okay, which it is. Well, we can get rid of that. Winston Papertrail. Tell this transport to handle exceptions, default to false. See, this I don't like that. Why should this return a string? We know that over here there's some kind of mapping already. Also error and connect so you can log to other transports. I guess that makes some level of sense. Colorization with Winston articles are part of the search index, so please be advised when using colorization. Okay, that's how that works. Like it says, this is an old version. Winston syslog, we don't want that one. Default, is that what it's saying? Default, yeah. Okay, so we need to do program, needs to be changed, definitely. And whereas that's working before is it tells me what environment we're running in. So I need to have that configured, I think, somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to say beta for now in there, and we'll work out host port identifier, and then this will be program identifier. I guess that's environment really, isn't it? Have I already got that to hand? Env. Yes, it's a string array. But what I'll do is I'll do env.join dot, maybe? That should crash it back out again, and we should see the results over here. I'm so sorry, everybody who's just rejoined us here. It's ops.env. It's definitely a last-ditch attempt to get this last bit working. So if you want to play with the beta site right now, it is actually available and working. And what is this complaining about? Ops.env.join, and it's saying join of undefined. So we should do ops. There's definitely some other thing about where I do the process.env. Default ems for omitted arguments there. That sounds more like it, doesn't it? Let's def args. It's so hacky, oh so hacky. It's so hacky, and I don't know other things that missing question mark after argument list. Yes. Def args.join. How bad? So this is what happens if you program when you're not really concentrating. Def args.env.join. Okay, so now we're getting output and it's not crashing. And if I go to my web browser and if I could actually get things lined up right, we should be able to see. See what? Nothing seems to be streaming through right now. Despite all these things have just apparently been output. Not configuring Sentry. Oh, because it's no longer kernel K default, is it? Right. What is going on here? Okay. We now should be live. Okay. Now that message and the level. So this is all level info. Am I going to have to write my own darn transport? I hope not, because like this implies that we should be like concatenating the level and the message together, which is just not cricket. We're not. That's not something I want to do. And it would definitely help if I wasn't quite so distracted. Okay, we'll log to paper trail, and this is still complaining because it's. That's better. And then we're going to do log format that. And we can get rid of that horridness. This obviously won't do. We can't have that. I won't stand for it. So what have we got going on over in... Oh, God. I'm tying myself in knots so much. Yeah, that's horrible. Was the... Am I... Maybe that is... Okay. What is going on? So if I get rid of... No, not the save search. If I filter that off, turn that filter off. Oh, gosh, it would help, wouldn't it, if I could speak? This whole thing, I've realised, is just one string. I thought that the info here was part of something that Papertrail understood, but it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. It's just part of the string. All right. Okay. That makes me feel slightly better. So let's go back to kernel K, wherever he is. And we've got... This is a legacy transport. And it's over here. We've got a level and a message. Now the message, it appears, is in fact actually the full, like, JSON object. So in order to keep what we had before, we're going to do level plus colon plus, and of course it keeps restarting every time I alt tab away from it. Message.message. Although actually this whole thing is probably what we were logging before. What is that symbol message? Is that some new JavaScript thing that I don't know about? I expect it is. And currently, though, I haven't seen any new chats, and I wonder if I've confused everything by restarting. Although I can see there are 8 people watching. I don't know if I can see what you're saying. So if anybody has any cunning ideas, then I'm all game. So we're going to do message dot, and what was it? Symbol message. What is that when it's at home? Symbol constructor. key for. I suspect there's things going on here that I don't understand even slightly. Yeah, if you've just joined, it's because, or rather, I got interrupted in my stream and I'm just kind of coming back in the last sort of 3 minutes before I have to unfortunately go. Let's have a look at the most recent logs. That's what we... Info undefined. Well, it's not really what I wanted to get. So why don't we go and see what the Winston logs say? Because I'd like it to look the same as before, you know? I mean, we can definitely do message.message here, and I think that will give us most of what we want, but it won't be quite the same. And I can probably live with that. Okay, unified info. So unified is the actual real regular normal website. We're still seeing info undefined. What is going on? Console.log. This is where we're logging the debugging the log system is not a really good start, is it? Using console log. Okay, so we've got something which has a message and something which has a level, and then there's these things here which are very good. So why is message.message not working? Why are we getting that undefined? I'm confused. Right, see, we log out something which apparently is a... Well, unless it's the string of that. Is it the string of that? Oh, no. Please don't tell me it's the string of that. Is this literally, if I were to do something like json.parse of that, is that what's happening? At position 0. Okay, that's not quite it, but I wonder if we've got some kind of heinous... If I were to get rid of colorize here, would that work? Let's get rid of colorize. Which would be sad, because I like the colors in the log files. Oh, the children are being kicked out of school. Any minute now I'm going to have to stop. So thank you for watching in this very short and abridged version of today's talk. There are at least 2 other getting on for 2-hour-long streams from today. Clearly this is not what it's not doing the thing that I wanted it to. I'll have to work on that. We'll see what comes out of this, but we're getting close. The beta site is up. It's streaming and logging in a really, really nasty way, but it's there, it's running, everything's running under Firegel. The thing itself is not running under Docker, so it's pretty much a huge success. I'm very, very pleased, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We've got a lot of logging things to deal with and some other bits and pieces, and I will be working on this probably not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on some C++ related things. I may stream something if you're interested in catching up with that, but Thursday and Friday, I'm hoping to do some more streaming. So, and of this, which I really, by the end of the week, I would love to have gotten this all put to bed so that we can actually run everything in the new infrastructure, and then we can get on with the next more interesting thing, which is allowing users to execute their own code. So thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to stop streaming for the 2nd time today, or the 3rd time in fact today, and I appreciate, as always, everyone's comments, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow.